No, but
Yes.
he puts this up on YouTube and he's like, "Yo, check me out. We're, taking on the galaxy one episode at a time."
One near-death experience at a time.
Oh yes, we've had plenty of near-death experiences. Oh wait, I died for half a second.
It still counts as near-death.
Exact. 1 second of death. I think that counts.
Fenrak
You,
can fix
you,
that
you,
near-death experience for you if you want.
All right. First off, side note, I've got a new player tonight. This is Lewis. Lewis, meet the internet.
Hello, Internet.
Lewis will be playing the role of the new ship's technician, which they are very sorely in need of.
Oh God,
Uh,
yes.
Without any further ado, let's go ahead and get things started. You have been aboard the shipyards orbiting Sluice Pond now for quite some time. Seems the fact that you almost died at the hands of space troopers.
we were not
You have
immune.
It wasn't their hands that almost killed us.
I blame the particle
Yes,
beams.
blaster cannons and rocket launchers. Okay.
Keshik's driving or crashing or whatever.
The slight hole in my chest.
Well, due to what could be best described as an improvised explosive, they have lost their former ship, the Baalbek. The New Republic has seen fit to reward them with another ship called the Acheron. The Acheron is an Action 4 bulk cruiser.
Does this mean we can't be called the Ball Breakers anymore?
No, they cannot.
No.
At
We
least
can call ourselves the Archons.
the pun will no longer apply.
We can just make a fake transponder code and call it.
That went well the first time we tried that, didn't it?
I saw that coming.
Anyway.
Action 4 is actually a really large ship. You get your first look at it in dry dock waiting on you. The exterior panels of this ship are carbon streaked, pitted, and warped, and there are some even missing in spots.
Vron is displeased with the condition that the ship is in.
You haven't even entered the craft yet.
Hey, Bron.
Yeah.
Hey, Bron. This one's too big for you to land on a planet.
No
No
shit.
spaceports. So that means you can't crash it.
Yay. Vron does a little whoopee kind of motion with one of his claws. Whoopee!
All right, you're staring at her. What are you going to do?
Mm. First order of business. Where the hell is that mechanic? He's gonna become a bloody rich man by the end of this commission.
Dear God, you said your ship needed a little work, not a complete overhaul.
Lewis, describe your guy.
I'm sorry. Did we say it needed a little work? I meant to say only a little work had been done already.
All right, my name's Gideon. I don't know my surname, unfortunately, gentlemen. I've been a slave since a very young age. I was taken capture by one of the Hutts on Nar Shaddaa, and I recently made my escape to go seek fame and fame and fortune in the galaxy. I was employed by the Hutt because I had an uncanny knack for technical stuff, and he kind of threw me in his droid scrap heap and had me keep things in repair and work on his skiff and his spaceship, and finally had enough of it, and I sliced myself some new credentials, and I skipped out of town on him, and I just bumped into you guys looking for work, so I didn't
Now-
realize how much work I found.
Now give us a physical description.
I'm 1 point. 8 meters tall, and I weigh 85 kilograms. I got some blue eyes and blonde hair, and as you can see, I'm a athletic build, and I got a cocky smile.
Okay.
Most of the time. It's kind of drooping right now looking at this thing, but okay.
I approve. I approve of this human.
Now, Gideon, you've been assigned to this crew in order to refit this ship. Your first blush is you have more work than you could possibly ever handle on your hands. And you haven't entered the ship yet.
The horrors that await us beckon.
And a quick overview of the action floor can be found. Oh, let me give you guys a link. Come on.
It's like Republic Command know us so well, they gave us a ship that came pre-crashed.
I think that's going to be a running gag for the entire campaign. Crashing ships and pre-crashed equipment. Here you go. We crashed it for you just to be safe.
You learned how to fly, man.
Learn how to fly while flying.
The stats that you see listed do not take into account the Acheron as a totally different beast.
I like the scale. Capital. 100 meters in length.
We'll get into-
75,000 metric tons of cargo space. What on earth are we going to fill it with?
We're gonna fill it with guns.
And loot! And loot! We've got to have some loot!
Got a bunch of pirate wannabes over here now.
Well, I can fix it. We might be here for a long time, and I highly doubt we have enough money to put this ship in proper order. But maybe we can check out the inside before we totally give up on it.
You do realize that, there's a few, derelict ships that are kind of, floating around outside the space dock. So, we can just haul that in and just retrofit it as armor plating, right?
I just posted in Roll20 the link to the list of damage done.
This is it right here. There's the Acheron right there. The
decommissioned version, the decommissioned edition. All thanks to the great and all-powerful Oliver Queen.
Oh, and by fill it with guns, I didn't mean guns that we're going to transport to a place and then sell. I meant fill it with guns that point out of the ship and we shoot them. Shoot things with.
Well, see, here's the great thing is that's enough cargo capacity. We can do both.
Ah, yes.
Now, and that's not everything. We actually went back over it and did some things in the background that aren't listed there. And that would require a nice little tour. So if I may go ahead and, I don't know, put the train on the tracks.
Oh no.
Get inside the ship.
Vron, being the most daring of the people, decides to pull down the entrance ramp and take a step inside.
Zar follows and makes sure to stand where Vron stepped. Unless Vron falls through something.
Yeah, then don't follow my footsteps. I shall lead and just, get ready for the shock horror that's about to be seen.
Well, it's attached by airlock umbilical to the shipyard. Good news is life support is functioning when you step inside, even though.
Don't worry, I have life support system.
Yeah, Ron isn't able to tell. Quick breakdown of the people you're working with, Gideon. Vron is he claims to be a bounty hunter. He's a Keldorian, therefore, guy with a big breath mask, talks like he's Bane from Batman for some reason. The
Outland death mask.
pilot is a human male known as Keshik. He's crashed the ship twice. Somewhat flies well. The big wolf, doggy-looking dude to your left is Finrak. All bark, no bite. And last but not least is the smooth-talking communications expert / con man, Sar.
Basically, Face from A-Team.
Yeah.
So
He gets
you
Well,
step
nice to meet you
inside.
guys.
You step inside the airlock. The life support is working. You don't see any real problems with it right offhand.
Hmm. Let's remove a paneling, and oh, look, it's empty. It's hollow. Surprise!
Now, as you walk down through past the umbilical cord and into the ship proper, you notice that throughout there is wiring, conduit, and the wall coverings have been removed.
I would like to interface with one of the computers on this ship and see what's still functioning.
Okay, give me a computer programming roll.
Ready. That will be 60. So just regular D6.
For right now, because I don't have your I don't have your shit or your sheet up yet inside of Roll20. I will break your roll for you, unfortunately.
We should be able to just type, what was it, /roll 66?
But there's the wild die.
Yeah, which you use an exclamation point for. The dice gods smile
Wow.
upon you, Gideon.
Okay,
Wow.
the droid brain of the action 4 is, for lack of a better term, not up to spec. It's hard because it continues repeatedly to speak in a language that you don't know.
Would Sar be able to interpret the language?
Or me?
You go over to Gideon's data pad and hear the following. The ship currently is experiencing
I'm no expert, but that sounds Huttese. For better lack of term.
Oh, I'm specialized in Huttese. I speak it natively, practically. I'm guessing it's not Huttese.
You are an expert, and it's not.
Can't roll to lie.
Can I
And yes,
attempt?
and yes, Gideon, it does sound familiar to you.
All right. Can I
You just
attempt
don't-
to translate it on my data pad?
Ooh. Ooh.
Can Sar assist? Combined action?
No need. It is Huttese for any of you who can speak it.
Yay! Told you. Bloody
There's
Hutts.
something about Poodoo in there that's probably not good.
Yeah.
And this
For the mo-
computer has a very interesting personality if it's swearing.
Think Cortana, but with a southern slur.
It relates
attitude.
to you very surly tones that sensors, passive and search are inoperable. Scan has a reduced range and no real way to add to anybody operating it. So it's going to be very difficult to use. Communications. The comm station is fun. It seems to have not been stripped down. There is no astrogation computer. There is no astrogation droid.
So we
Life
shouldn't be doing any jumps.
Oh, this is going to be a planet to planet. This is going to be planet to planet cargo carrying for a while until we can get enough cash.
Life support is actually in good working condition. It requires recharging because it was flushed shortly before you got it. The environmental controls seem to be okay at the moment. There is a captain's quarters and 4 double occupancy staterooms, but one look through shows that there is nothing in them. Everything has been removed. Bunks, dressers, terminals, even the refreshers are gone.
They basically just cleaned out everything.
Basically, we have a Planet the Star Station sublight tub.
We have a very shoddy looking bathtub.
Is there anything? You said we have no astro navigation, but what condition is the hyperdrive in?
Hyperdrive. It is some serious disrepair, and it will require some TLC to continue operating.
All right. Physical hull condition as well as shielding.
I think we saw holes when we were looking from the outside. I think there was holes.
Some paneling. I was trying to shoot for a computer percentage since I'm in the system at the moment.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
There is one spot where the frame is currently stressed and will eventually buckle.
All right. What about shields?
No shields.
No shields stripped. All right. Well, guys, we definitely need to get the framework repaired. We need to look at getting an astro navigation unit, and either that or a droid, as well as fixing this hyperdrive. So, if there's somewhere we can go nearby to look at purchasing for this particular model, also maybe one refresher, so we're not crapping in the corner, would be amazing.
Methinks the local ships guild is a good starting spot. And just kind of like, okay, this is the schematics our friendly mechanic here has pulled. Holy crack, how do we fix this?
Well, did you have any luck requisitioning any parts?
Then Rack, give me a perception roll.
Uh-oh.
Yep, as soon as I find my character token on here. Where do we fit 'em?
Character tokens are invisible. They are hidden from us.
Oh, give me a second. I'll bring you guys over.
I'll roll it.
Dun 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 diddly 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 diddly.
Ooh.
And we can see the devastation that our ship was rotten to. Gideon, down on the second panel. Our poor ship. Wrecked.
I rolled pretty shitty, but there it is. No one.
I blame our dear friend Oliver Green for having this lovely drama made for us.
You notice running down one of the hallways a weird light that bounces up and down very quickly and disappears.
Doink, 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 doink.
Oh, it's like bouncing how?
What now?
It's like how is this light? Like, is it like a scanner kicking on and off, or like a light that went from one point down, traveling a distance?
All you see is a light that bounces up and down very quickly along the edge of the floor and then vanishes.
Oh.
Anybody else see that?
Oh?
Blame what I saw.
Well, seeing as, well, you know, our Lord and Master only made you roll, I doubt any of us did.
Fenric will sniff it, but he wanted to alert people that he was, you know, looking at something rather than just wandering off. So, and I'm gonna like sniff and see if I can smell anything, because there was.
Hey gang, let's split up.
Okay, so which way are each of you going?
Well, I'm gonna go and check out the cargo hold and see if there's anything, left in there. Walking carefully and being aware that this ship is not in one piece.
Okay. Let's see. Decks 3 and 4 you cannot access. They are
Oh.
completely open to space.
Oh, well, there is your problem.
Everything has been removed from them. Environmental controls, conduit, the wiring, the lighting, the wall coverings, they're all gone. Deck 5 is the uppermost cargo bay. It still has environmental controls, and you step inside to find out that only half the lights work and all the wall coverings have been removed.
uh, I poke Sar through the comms and I'm like, Sar, why? The cargo hold is missing walls, for a matter, and the lower decks aren't even accessible.
Sar recalls the name of our handler. What's his name again?
That would be,
Han Solo?
Major Colm.
Major Cole.
Colm.
Sar plots a future assassination.
I will hold him down for you.
They gave you a ship, you destroyed it. They gave you another one.
I would like to point this out that we did not intentionally destroy it.
You set off an explosive inside your ship.
Dude, it was already crashed into the ground and wrecked.
That too. We were giving it a mercy killing.
And also, it was a cargo container which we sent into the middle of a firefight. Say, we were stepping well above our pay grade.
Very true.
Okay, so that's what Vron sees. Who's up and where they go?
Ben,
I-
inspecting where you saw the light.
Finrak is what now?
He's investigating Navi.
I'm investigating the light.
Lighting?
So
The
light.
lighting in the ship, for the most part, outside of what Vron has discovered, is okay. Unfortunately, you're going to have to spend some time replacing light bulbs.
Fenric doesn't care. He's just following the light that he saw.
Oh, the light. Okay.
Yeah, Navi.
Dun 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 dun. Okay, you start tracking
In
it.
the dark, so he doesn't care about lighting.
Give me a search. Give me a search roll.
$19.
That's pretty good. Your nose is your best friend on this.
Oh.
It smells like an animal. Fur, stink. More than likely a rodent of some type. And judging from the, I don't know, how would you describe an amount of scent? Judging from judging from what your nose tells you about it, there's a lot of it.
Is there like a hole into the wall or anything like that?
You've been down right about where you think it took off to, and yeah, sure enough, there's a little hole. It's worn right into the hull.
How big is that hole?
About the size of your fist.
Is steel eating worm brats?
I'm gonna find a glow rod and like shine it in there. Well, actually, I can see in there. Can I see anything? With any?
No, you don't see anything. Sar,
Try and
where are
find
you?
a rod. come back to it.
I travel in a 90-degree direction to where Vran was going.
Okay,
So-
that would take you through the passenger compartments.
Yeah.
Awesome. I am looking for shit that is broken as I walk.
You're gonna need a bigger data pad.
Yeah,
The only
making
thing
it.
that you notice, essentially everything inside is broken. The ship, unfortunately, was scheduled to be scuttled.
Ah.
So, wall paneling is taken down. It's all part of the process to recycle everything before eventually putting it out as a target. You reach the passenger compartments, and it's just as the computer nastily reported to Gideon. Everything has been removed. Bunks, no beds, no dressers, no computer terminals, no refreshers. All that's left is a sad hole in the floor where the refresher emptied, and there are discolored patterns on the floor where items used to be.
You know, like how those.
Hey.
So you know how you see houses which have been repossessed and they're just stripping it down before it gets demolished. It's just bare bones. You can see like the structural pillars, the floor paneling is just. You can just see everything. It's bare boned.
Right.
Sar adds to his plot to assassinate Major Combe.
Gideon would like to download the ship's diagnostic and break it down into a itemized list of what's needed to get it sublight operational.
Sublight is operational. It looks the worst, but it looks like it's going to operate.
It's more like there
As
are
far as the paneling.
holes.
Yeah,
One of the
that as
maneuvering,
well.
one of the maneuvering thrusters is not functioning. Repulsor field generators are in perfect working order. The hyperdrive is your biggest problem.
No shit.
Hey, Veron.
Because if that thing blows, the whole ship's going with it. And I have fiddled with these things before in my past, so.
Hey, maybe we can find some astromech droids, Veron. We're gonna need one for managing hyperdrive. Maybe he can run partial some of the other ship systems. Who knows? We're gonna need an astromech droid if nothing else, or an astromech computer. But the droid might be able to handle more other ship functions too, right?
And it comes with all sorts of fancy tools these days, the new generation. Ooh.
This tub flying.
Vron's heading back upstairs to join with the rest of the guys.
Okay.
But he's also checking the holonet on the new fancy astromech droids. Window shopping. Not actual buying anything, but he's just kind of looking through all the astromech droids and just drooling a little. So many Gubbinses.
Okay. Tell you this: I don't think you have enough credits for an astromech droid. Gideon may be talented enough to jury rig an astromech computer.
I like that. I like the word jury.
Or-
Jury.
Or one can be provided for a droid can be provided for you.
By whom?
Yeah.
Exactly. And what manner of strings are sitting attached to it is also a question.
You make an inquiry.
Inquiry.
This is SARS
One
department.
of those will be provided for you.
A C3 or X2C3. I like that
An
manufacturer.
Imperial droid?
I sense a conspiracy theory already. I see a
Can-
plot twist already happening.
Can we ask where the hell it came from?
It's a repurposed droid.
I like this. Was a highly versatile military droid.
This wasn't repurposed from some Sith's personal ship, was it?
Well, we could have Gideon perform some maintenance on it and give it a good thorough scrubbing of its memory banks and stuff first.
Like just making damn sure that no little hidden command is hidden in there. Like, what's this? The plans for a small moon-sized space station? Psh, not possible.
So, what do you intend on doing?
Well, first of all, I think we need to build up a shopping list, and then see how many credits in debt will be.
I have the necessary shopping list on my data pad.
How bad is it looking?
Drum roll, please. Grand credit total.
Way too much.
Oh, I thought you had it all. It's going to cost you close to 100,000 to get it back to spec.
So
The
What's-
Acheron will fly right now.
Oops. We're not leaving Doc like this. No. Not
Without
when we're
a pilot.
renting. One, we're missing out our pilot. Two, there is 2 whole decks which have been vented to the void. 3, there are holes in the ship. 4, we've got not enough money to fix this bloody bathtub of a ship. Ron is not amused.
Through the intercom, you hear a strange.
What the mother? Ron is cursing in his tongue. Gideon, have you upset the ancestral spirit of this ship?
Checking ship systems. You said scanners were not functioning correct.
There are no internal sensors. Exterior sensors are in pretty bad shape.
It was more about what the ungodly voice was. Is it the upset mechanical spirit?
Did any of us hear it, the source, with our own ears?
Yes.
Who?
All of you hear it through the intercom.
no, like
But the original source generating it.
No one seems to know where it's coming from.
Hey. Can you figure out what comlink was used to set, or what Comtrans, where the entry point to the com system was?
I can use my comlink skill to try and ascertain that, but not the communication system on the ship.
I can look at the communications system on the ship and see where the original transmission came from.
I'll let you try anything.
Yeah, it's not helpful.
Yeah, it's actually painful.
Vron is kind of, even despite the helmet, he's kind of clawing at where his auditory senses are. Like, unholy gods! Ah!
I disable the comlink intercoms throughout the ship.
Click.
Communications roll.
Oh, he doesn't have a token. Ooh.
No, he'll just give.
Mechanical.
Yeah, it's. I don't think he's got communications either. I'm looking through your skills now. Yeah, no, you don't have a 4D. I got it.
Well, I gave him the command to roll, so he knows how to type out his rolls.
Yes, please go ahead and make your roll. It should be /roll 1d6 exclamation mark plus sign, then the rest of your die. So in the case of it'll be 1d6 exclamation mark plus 3d6. And I will endeavor to get your sheet put in. Oh, very good, very good, very good. Close enough. The sound stops.
Did Fenrak find himself a glow rod yet?
Yeah, I say you find one. You take one out of Gideon's repair kit.
In my stuff, but yeah. I'm gonna go looking for the source of that sound and smell, suspecting they may be the same thing. Yeah, with my gun out and my flashlight.
It's like, okay, we clearly have an infestation of some manner in this ship. Whatever is it?
Now you've spent a good few hours just going over the ship. You realize just how large it is. You also realize you've not been to the bridge.
Wait, what? We haven't?
None of you has stated you've gone there.
Oh, Zog. Fran tries to decipher where the bridge is. A pistol drawn.
I will have deck plans for you guys.
Dumb plans you have.
You get to the bridge, and the doors don't seem to be working.
I poke Fenrak through the comlink, through the earbuds, like, Fenrak, I'm up by the bridge here, and the doors seem shut intentionally. Would you be so kind as to join me and we can try prying this thing open?
In all of Fenrak's travels around the ships, has he seen any equipment that could be used or anything, like stashed or abandoned or just forgotten?
A weapon? Nope.
No, cutting torch. That's what I'm looking for. Like something to open that. Like workman tools. Like people leave stuff at the edge. On work sites if they're not completely finished or something. So just looking in his areas as he went. Does he remember seeing anything that might help him get a door open? Even if it's just a big piece of rebar or something, I'm just gonna send it that way.
A 2x4.
Let's go ahead and just say that Gideon has a repair kit on him.
Alright. Well, then Fenrak will wire Gideon into the comm. Well, I imagine we're all probably open comms, like on a open comm call.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, Gideon, why don't you meet up at the bridge and we'll see if we can get that open?
Sure thing. I'll get up there
Yeah, I'll go up there. Fenrak's
carefully.
gonna, move his way up there, but he's going to keep an eye out too, because there's something on this ship and he wants to find it still.
Sar does the same thing, moving carefully, looking for shit going down.
Sar and Finrad give me perception rolls. Gideon, give me a dex roll.
Actually, I guess I've been doing this wrong. I imagine this entire ship is considered low light conditions, isn't it?
The whole ship is what now?
You said the lighting's on the fritz, so this whole ship is probably low light conditions, right?
Yeah. Whoop. Forgot the plus.
Oh, bugger. It's equals. the macro controller's like, okay, that hurts. There we go.
Gideon almost loses his footing when a part of the deck plating falls out from underneath him.
Whoa! Yep.
And the repair bill keeps climbing.
Oh yeah. Okay, so Sar, oh yeah, both of you see it. Once again, the bouncing light scurries across one of the hallways and disappears.
As soon as he sees it, Fenric wants to shoot at it. That's
Roll.
going to be his. Whether he can even hit anything or not, as soon as he sees something moving, Fenric will shoot.
Roll.
Shoot the kill. Small target, running.
Blaster shot misses. Actually destroys part of the deck plating.
No, I did specify was set to stun.
Ah, I apologize.
So that's why
Redcon,
Fenric would shoot without any hesitation because he already had his gun set to stun.
it zaps into the deck plating but misses whatever it is. Vron, Gideon finally makes it up to the door. Right, the door isn't responding to you. It doesn't appear locked at first glance. So that the only thing you can think of to get it open would maybe be to pry it.
But sometimes this is just my knowledge as a player, and I'll go in character after the second. But normally, sometimes on these large ships, there is, they kind of like push a button, doors open, or like or motion detect you. But then sometimes there would be a side panel where you would pop it open, and there would be kind of a manual winch or lever that you would crank to pry the door open by gear.
Probably to anybody who's been on any kind of starship, because they're on all of them. It's like an emergency opening for a hatch. So yes, you would know there's an emergency opening.
Ron then checks to see if there's any kind of side paneling for either a command console, which Gideon can poke into, or 2, a kind of manual winch.
You find the remains of a control panel and a manual release.
Well, I kind of look at Gideon and then what remains of the console panel. I'm like, this does not bode well. Ron then tries to go for the manual winch and gives it a try.
Strength check.
Oh, good heavens. Hello. Alright, buddy, put your back into it. Just pop him in. Let's see. Strength.
Or roll a 1 and
3D.
throw your back out.
My back! My poor back.
Or maybe reopen his old wounds.
Ooh, that would be horrible. I like that idea.
God damn it.
Please roll a
Actually, though, he had back-to-bath, so he has no old wounds.
Aww.
Eh. The power of the back to tank saves me yet again.
The crank doesn't move. You put your back into it as best you can. You're not sure what's going on with it.
Vron then kind of frowns the best he can and just kind of looks to Gideon like, you got a laser torch or some kind of gimmick that which we can, force the door open with? Or at least get a crack big enough for me to wedge my hand in.
Hey, quick question.
I would like. Go ahead.
Sorry, does anyone have any stun grenades left over?
No.
Yes, Fenric.
No.
Good. If we open that door, let's
Trust
roll
me.
one of those puppies in before we open it all the way.
Trust me, Sar, that was plan number 1.
Good call.
Plan number 2 involves more stun. But no, alright, so we're, Vron, you should probably not open that until we get there.
Alright, Gideon, go ahead and put what you were saying.
Alright, I was just curious if I could talk to the ship's computer and see if it can open the door a little bit.
In a mixture of Huttese and very nastily sounding basic, it replies that there is no way to open that door. Auto functions are down, manual option only.
Wait, manual option, but the crank doesn't work, so what the hell? Pry it open.
You need to hit the gym, Bron. I'll give the crank a whirl to get it open a little bit.
Go for it.
You should wait until the rest of us get there before you open that door.
Well, while he's trying that, let's go back to Finrak and
Oh,
Sar.
wait, what? Hang on. What the devil? Oh, I was wondering, say, wait, I rolled 18, and then I realized that, no, wait, that's Fenrak, and I scrolled down to where I am, and it's like, oh, wait, that's a 5? What?
Yeah, you rolled a 5,
And I'm like,
trying to crank something.
what the devil? Okay, I think I need to give that another try. Holy shit.
Well, wait for everyone to get there before you open that. So, Fenrir,
I'll try it again when the rest are here.
Okay, so Sar is making his way to the bridge to meet up with the others.
Oh, and so, Fenrak will say after he shoots that, like I will say over the comms, have anyone else seen any weird lights running down the corridors?
Sar replies, yeah, I've seen the same thing, bouncing up and down.
Yeah.
Vron kind of shakes his head, kind of looking at seeing if he's seen it as well. Like, I have not seen these lights you speak of.
Alright, yeah, we'll look at the bridge then.
I got the message over the comm link. I haven't seen anything, guys, but I'm waiting to open this door.
Go ahead and make your strength roll.
Let's try this again.
Oh, hello. Between the two of you, very slowly, you manage to get the crank to open. It's either rusted or seriously in need of some sort of TLC. The door opens very slowly.
We're opening just a little, just to make sure that this thing actually does, open.
You manage to look inside, but you can't see much. The lighting is subdued. You hear a very light thump.
I look to Gideon. I have my pistol at the ready.
Well, they were waiting for us to get there, right?
After a few minutes, Sar and Finrak step toward the bridge door.
Guns at the ready.
I look
Case.
I look to Fenrak and Sar like, there's something in there. It gave a very copious thump.
Fenrak sniffs the crack in the door and sees if it's the same smell from the other area.
Perception.
Actually, I don't believe I need to if it's a scent memory.
Perception. The scent is different.
Oh.
But there's
Very
definitely something up there.
Very different.
But like,
It's-
it's a scent of like something organic rather than
It's organic.
Okay, that's
Just
what
as
you
the
call this a
Just as
bee.
the other one was. You get the flavor of a predator, fur covered.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much all you can get from it.
Yeah, it's just that you can tell whether you get a scent. Okay, it's definitely alive. That's all
Well, it's
I-
alive.
Yeah, there's definitely something in there. How big is this crack that we've opened it up?
If you have your hand in a straight fashion, you could. It's about half a digit thick.
Oh, okay. Fenrik
So
will,
like you can just slip your fingers in. That's about it.
Fenrik will attempt to force the door the rest of the way open.
Strength check.
Put your back into it and don't bust it. 6D. 6.
Wait, organic? Fur covered? Predator? It might be a Wookiee. Everyone grab your dinner trays. Use them to bluff its attacks.
Go away! Go away! Feed him Wookiee cookies. Oh God!
Wookiee
Bow
cookies.
your back out. He's bowing his back out.
You strain against this door, and it's like nothing you've ever experienced. They really knew how to make them back in the day of the Action 4.
All right, boys. We're gonna need
All together now. All together now.
No, Fenrak strains against it and says, "Okay, we need my torch."
Torch, where are you?
Yeah, in the cargo hold. I'll back. We need a torch.
Yeah, where we left.
Do I have a laser cutter in my repair kit?
You've
Okay,
got
how about
a small plasma torch, yeah.
All right. Here's a
Wait.
small plasma torch.
Wait. Is there any adjacent rooms we could cut through instead?
To the bridge? No.
No.
It's
we gotta go
basically
through the
kind
door.
of that one kind of corridor.
Like, and this is like, how heavy of a door is this?
Well,
It's not a military ship, so it's not a blast door, is it?
in cases of pirate attack, the bridge is going to usually be the most secure area because, well, naturally, nobody wants them to be taken over. I wouldn't say it's a full-on blast door as much as it is just really heavy.
Maybe if we all work together, put our backs into it, and pull as one, we'll be able to shift it.
Odds
Combined
willing.
action.
Alright, combined action. By the power of... No, wait, that's the wrong movie. That's the wrong TV series.
Then I'll form the... Nope, that's not it either.
Fire, earth, heart. Wait, what? Get that shit back where it came from.
Torso, help me. Okay, let me see a combined action, folks.
Strength?
Yes.
Strength. And we're just kind of adding it up and doing an average, I think, if that's how it works. So I got 14. And like, oh my god. Sorry, actually did pretty decent.
Like today.
Oh wow, okay.
Fenrak can't roll work. He's just, I don't know.
I think he's out of whack. I think he's out of practice.
I don't know. He must have slept wrong last night. His back's bothering him or something. Just can't give it his all today.
I think it was all that worrying about what the ship might look like.
He lost sleep over his lost E-web.
All right, let's do this from the top. Who's got the highest perception or command?
Highest perception or command? 1 second. Perception 3D. Command, I don't even have that, so I can skip on that.
I have 5 die perception.
Okay, well, he's got higher perception then.
I
I
would
don't
say,
know if he had command, so it's probably base perception.
yeah, I would pretty much say Finrak's got it.
Well, see, Fenrak did not need to give as much effort into the actual lifting because he was coordinating.
Mm-hmm.
Finrak's gonna be.
Mm-hmm.
Finrak can be the leader, and he's got enough to get everybody in here. So roll your perception, Finrak. Let's see if you guys can actually get this thing going.
Uh-oh.
Fenrak just isn't part of it today.
And if you are you going to help move the door?
No, Fenrak doesn't need to help. He'll just coordinate.
Okay, full dice.
Yeah, that's what I rolled. And
A
it's
17.
With a fail.
Let's say
There was a lot of 1, 2. No. On 3 or after 3 or on 2 or what? Oh.
let's say you got it. Yeah. All right, so we've got our 3 characters combining. So okay, who's got the highest strength? That is opening the door. Finrak cannot do it.
I had
Ron.
14 when I was rolling. So I kind of like say, okay, I'm gonna really put my back into this.
Okay, so that's 3 of you that's going to do it. All right, then Alright, so that gives you. Alright, Finrak, roll an extra dice plus 2. Let's see if you get the job done.
An extra dice. Oh, an extra 1d plus 2 on what?
Yep, 1d
Strength
plus 2.
roll, or on what now?
Just an extra 1 dice, and then I add to the result. All right. Finrak manages to whip the other 2 of you into, or 3 of you into shape to get the door open. Let's see. You step into the bridge and you find that naturally it is just as bad a shape as you expected. The sensor station is. You're going to be surprised if you can even see anything in the screen. The comm station is one of the few things that appears to have not have been stripped yet. The entire astrogation computer has been removed, leaving a hole in the console where it once was.
No frack.
The pilot controls seem to be functional, and that is pretty much it. You do not see the cause of the thump or the sound in the intercom.
Yeah.
By smell?
Smell it? Oh yeah, absolutely. You smell it.
Track it where it went.
Vron
Track it.
has his
All right.
Which
Give
console?
me a search.
What hole? All right. Yep.
Vron has his pistol ready, knowing that Fenrak is probably going to sniff out whatever went thump. He's going to be tracking where Fenrak's going with the pistol. Like, where is that little shitsicle going to come out?
You are on fire tonight.
I guess this whole place.
It's a good number. 19's a good number. It's just that the irritating little 1 at the front there.
12. All you can tell is that it went somewhere to hide. It may have been in one of the consoles. It may be where the astrogation computer was. That's all you can tell.
Alright, who's breathing heavy into their mic? Because that's really bad.
Oh yeah, baby.
Someone that's popping my speakers really bad. The point of being painful.
Vron looks over to Sar with a quizzing look like, remind me again, what are those creatures that like to cling to ships and eat away at them? What were those things again?
Minox? They live on the outside of ships, though.
Yes, but seeing the state of the ship, I wouldn't be surprised if it decided to, live in it. And since no one's on board, it can happily eat away.
How big of an area is the bridge across?
Let's see. I would give it the average size of a terrestrial seagoing freighter. Therefore, I'd be willing to go so far as to say large enough to contain all the crew consoles, plus the captain's chair. I'd say about 20 by 20.
20 by 20 feet?
Yeah.
So well within 10 meters?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Everybody out, let's fumigate.
Screw this, we're just gonna smoke the shit out of this place.
Can Sar use his knowledge of alien species to determine what it might be? It's running around.
Give it a try.
Can you do this in the hall?
We're gonna smoke this place. Let's back up a bit. Aww.
Clearly not.
Judging
Everyone
from the sound, and you rack your mind about it, but you can't think of anything that would sound like that.
Let's step out for a bit first
Okay,
before
what is
Fenrak
that?
decides.
As
What
soon
is
as Fenrak has herded everyone around the corner,
Uh-huh.
that's his role to throw the grenade into the room.
Oh no.
Okay.
I'm
You
feeling
You toss the grenade in. You hear naturally the resulting, I'd say detonation. I wouldn't say any explosion because you're just stunned. Yeah, crack.
It's not even ion damage. It's just yeah, stun.
Okay. You hear the end result of the grenade going off.
Yeah, I will go back in with my blaster first and survey the carnage after picking up my grenade carefully.
Nothing.
Look around.
You've got the shell of your grenade on the floor.
Yep, and then I'm gonna like search under all the consoles and look for whatever it is that may have been there. It's stunned now.
You look inside the hole where the astrogation droid / computer used to be. Something has been in the hole chewing away at the wiring.
I'm telling you.
There's nothing there at the moment. And you peek in a little closer and you hear scratching, frantic scratching, that goes deeper into the ship. Your nose tells you it's the little guys again.
We have a rodent problem.
Ron looks over to Gideon and is like, "Is it possible to vent the entire vessel?"
Maybe if I had a spacesuit.
Well, naturally, we are going to leave the ship before we vent it. Like, go into the umbilical cords, close the door, and then just go. Because I really don't like rodents.
Yeah, that sounds like a good strategy.
Fenrak is going to go find his lunch and find whatever he's going to have for lunch and use it for bait because he would have brought himself lunch.
Well, you have to leave the ship for that. There are no consumables, period.
Yeah, we're still docked to the space station, right? So we can just go through the umbilical cord into the space station and find
That's
something.
it.
And I imagine we have like quarters on the station, right?
Of course.
All right. We're gonna need some supplies for this.
I think that me and Gideon might just go to see the ship's guild and try to see if there's anything we can buy at the moment which is slightly more critical. Like, fixing the holes and, trying to make sure that those 2 decks which are completely voided are, atmospheric ready.
Yeah. I just need some bait.
You go do that. You go get yourself some bait.
So I will also accompany Gideon to wherever he needs to go to purchase equipment in order to bargain.
Who knows? Maybe someone will have a freighter mission for us nearby that we can trade for some parts upon completion, or maybe something to limp us ourselves there, and we'll see.
All right.
All right.
Fenrak is going to find 2 things.
So what now?
2 things.
Mm-hmm.
Chemical scent block that hunters use, It's not that hard to find. Fenrex should be able to know where to find that. But you know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
Meat scraps from a kitchen. That's what he's looking for.
Meat scraps are easy. Chemical scent blocker is going to be a little different.
I just
People don't go hunting in space.
yeah, but there's got to be like somewhere on the planet, right?
Hey, Fenrak, maybe if you could find some old power cells, it seems like they're chewing on the cords in the console from what you told me. That might be good bait.
No, I'm betting they like meat.
Okay. You get your
Ron
meat
still
scraps.
thinks Minox.
I will give you. What would be good to use as a scrounging bargain? Give me a bargain roll. Perception if you don't have it.
You're getting there. Slowly.
You managed to find, while not exactly chemical blocker, a composition that might do the trick. It's going to come at a cost. It's going to make you smell really, really bad.
Fenrex thinking. Yeah, you can go with Sar and then while I think about this.
All right. Ship Guild. There is nothing really like that.
Well, that's the word I would use to define like how to explain it, like, because each kind of shipyard has their kind of like families who just kind of compete to try to fill out orders of building ships of various sizes and shapes and classes, and collectively I would call them a ship guild, but I don't know how it exactly works with shipbuilding in Star Wars exactly, except for the quad shipyards.
Whoever's wheeling and dealing in starship parts.
Mm-hmm.
I'm hearing a little sass over there.
Girl, you better find somebody. Let's see. Famous for being calm under pressure. Tinker.
Maybe not entirely above board. Maybe a little bit gray market, maybe.
There is where you're going to find your best bet. Give me a streetwise roll.
Ooh, I use streetwise. I think I use
This-
streetwise.
The Sluisi do not work in guilds, and they're not really family types. They're more like a community. And while they are more than happy to help you with your repairs, they're not going to pay for them for you.
Yeah! Suck on these!
E.T.
I'm amused.
You find through basically going through your contacts, your bounty hunting contacts actually lead you to this. For lack of a better term, it's a human New Republic tech on board the station. He's a little shady, but he has a bounty on him.
Ooh. Ooh, I'm sensing potentials. Wait, let me just put my mask on quickly. 1 second. Vron gets out his combat helmet and then slips it back and slips it on. Oh, this is good. Vron is getting evil ideas as he kind of starts to head towards where the tech is. He glances over at Sar. Sar, put on your war face. This is gonna be good.
Sar puts his
Contract,
hand on his pistol.
contract is for a slight, balding, gray-haired, late middle-aged human male.
And what's he bountied for?
Failing to pay back a loan.
Ooh, I'll take the guise of a loan shark then, or like just someone who's like, okay, you gotta pay him quickly, or we could do something else.
You're a bounty hunter, dude.
Yeah.
You're going to collect.
You find him currently working on an X-wing.
And what's his name, or at least the name listed on the wanted paper?
Give me a moment while I give you a name.
Random name generator. Spin, spin, spin. Give me a name that will win, win, win.
Ma'am. Great. Sabosa. Sabosa Asukawa.
Sabosa. Hey, Sabosa! No. So,
I could always use it for something else.
this, check on chat, just to confirm.
Hold on.
Ah, holy shit, okay. Sabosa Ashikawa. Or,
So,
However his name is pronounced.
Okay, however his person is now, I checked so that whatever escape routes he might try to go for, kind of predict them before I kind of, having to run him down.
Cool. I'll approach him and mention that he's a wanted man, and we want parts. So maybe we can work something out.
Okay, well, I'm the licensed bounty hunter here, so 1 second. I approach Mr. Ashukawa,
okay.
and it's kind of... let's see if I can get this right now. Mr. Ashukawa, I presume...
Yeah? Who's asking?
Well... I seem to recall you from somewhere. Ah, yes, 1 moment. Pull out the data pad and show him the wanted paper. Like, you have a striking resemblance to this man who's... Oh dear, it seems you've loaned out a large sum of money, which you failed to give back. And the gentleman here has given you ample time to, return the money. But seems you have evaded each attempt. A shame. Well, at least, you won't have to pay back anymore. Unholsters my pistol.
His eyes widen, especially at the side of the pistol, then they narrow. I don't know what you're talking about.
No. Well, it's clearly stated here that a Sabosa Ashukawa has loaned... how much money are we talking? I mean, it has to be at least 5 digits if he's on a wanted list.
Look, get out of here before I call security.
My dear man, you don't think I would shoot you in public, would you?
What?
Sar offers to call security on his comlink.
Just
He
listening
holds
here,
up-
damn it.
He holds up his hands in a placating gesture. Look, I'm sure we can work something out here.
Ron taps his chin lightly before clasping the holster shut again. Well, my ship recently had gone through, let's say, a rough scrape. And if you're willing to aid in supplying us materials to repair my vessel, I am more than capable of, forgetting about this bounty on your head.
Well, what
Gideon.
do you need?
Gideon, can you give him your shopping
Gideon?
list?
Machead, come here.
Yep.
Show- Present the materials to our dear Mr. Sabosa.
Hey, Mr. Ashkawa, we're looking for these parts. I'm sure we can come to a mutual agreement here.
He looks over the list, frowns, scratches his head, and he
You do
starts.
realize multi-species prisons are not fun. There's lots of things with tentacles.
He goes
I
to-
can assure you that, well, you will be handsomely rewarded as well if you do provide at least the critical parts of this list.
All right, now I can take care of some of this. Full frame, that's out of the question. Durasteel goes really quick around here, even on the black market. Sensors, I can maybe pull a sensor out of an older craft or something, maybe. But I'm not going to be able to do much for you with that. The astrogation computer, we've got an old one lying around. Don't know how it will work for you. The rest of this, you might as well just go ahead and stun me and take me on.
Let us see what you can provide, and we will install them. And if they are working sufficiently well, then you may return to your family and your work.
He takes off in search of the parts.
I turned to Stars like, that wasn't so hard, now was it?
No, pretty easy.
Out of character, and I didn't need to roll.
Gideon follows him to make sure he's getting the right parts.
I
don't trust that.
I was giving you too long. Yes, he actually goes and gets the parts. Like he says, he can't get anything for the hull. He comes back with a sensor set that looks like it came out of an R-41 Star Chaser.
Star Chaser! I'm sure there's a song that's like that somewhere around hiding.
You sure you don't have a spare refresher unit?
It's like,
Units.
God damn it. The very thought.
Let's see, roll your bargain.
That would be perception if I don't have the skill, correct?
That's correct.
Are all of us rolling, or just Gideon?
Just Gideon. Gideon's the only one talking to him at the moment.
Yeah, he's scuttling after our dear Sabosa here. I'm just back making sure that he returns. It's like, I do hope he returns. You have 2 in perception? No, not even that.
I have,
Yeah, that's 2 with a bad roll.
yeah, I have 2 in perception with the bad roll.
Yeah, that's a pretty good roll. That's average.
Nothing I can do for you there, Chief. He starts loading up the sensor suite into a binary load lifter.
Do we know how much his debt is?
I would, in my opinion, if it's at least 4 to 5 digits, then it's like, okay, yeah, he has to be on the wanted list for this.
Doesn't come up in the contract. He gets
Weird.
the astrogation computer, and it looks very, very old.
Hmm.
Puts
I'm
it.
sure. I'm sure we can update it with software later,
He
like, or
assigns.
at least update the maps.
He assigns it to the binary load lifter.
Can we tell who posted the bounty?
Ron checks to see. Okay, who's the one who posted the link? Who posted this?
Unknown.
Is
Anonymous.
is there a contact detail, or at least like a dial-up or location for a drop-off or what have you?
Came through the guild.
Wait, well, hang on. Run that again. So I have to go back to the Bounty Hunter Guild? Or what?
Well, yeah, the
The
guild.
contract came through the guild. Normal procedure is someone put a bounty out on someone. If it goes to the guild, that guarantees anonymity, and it's a place to drag the bounty to once you've captured it.
They act as a proxy.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Fair enough.
AKA, it was a minor hook, and you don't need to drag it out.
Okay.
I gave you a book to read. Better read it.
Hmm. Okay. Fair enough.
Okay. Love you.
I love you too.
Yeah, whatever. All right, the binary load lifter takes the parts to the Acheron.
So he an old Astro comp,
And a sensor suite out of an R-41 Star Chaser.
a sensor suite from a Char Stager, and what else did he say he could grab?
That was it.
While we're off the ship, can we just remotely turn off life support for an hour or so?
Just, like click.
No, it would take too long for that to have any effect on things like the road, and it would be too much
Yeah.
effort to repressurize a ship that size.
Hmm.
We're not repressurizing all of it because there's at least a couple of decks that are open to space.
Yeah. There's decks 4 and 5 are decks 3 and 4 are completely voided,
So
as in basically just empty.
All right, you get back to the Acheron. What do you do?
Fenric's gonna decline using the scent neutralizer and see if he can do it with just bait and a lot of patience and maybe enough room to get back in like the cargo hold or something. If he smells them down there too.
Okay. Where do you place the bait?
Well, that's like I'm gonna sniff around and see like how it goes, where the biggest concentration of them seems to be. Like, is
Biggest
it,
concentrations seem to be where the astrogation computer used to be, and the consumables area.
all right. I'm just gonna. Is there anywhere where I can get back from it a ways and get a good shot at it? And just I want to just basically place my bait pile and go post up somewhere, sit there and wait for it to come out. Just wait.
You can put it in the astrogation hole and sit back at the computer captain's chair.
Basically just sitting there waiting like any minute now.
Yeah, I'll get back in the corner. Well, no, I've hunted. That's what you do when you hunt. That's what Fenrak is going to do. He's going to hunt this thing on the bridge then. I'll place my bait pile out in the open where I've got a nice clear shot, and I'll attempt to conceal myself in the corner, maybe move some junk around a bit so that I'm a little concealed and just but do it as quietly as I can.
Hunting. Knowledge or stealth? This stealth. Give me a stealth roll. You manage to get yourself into position, and you think you are quiet enough. So you put your bait out.
And right before I do this, I'm going to get on the comm link. I'm going to say, I'm hunting that rodent thing in the bridge. Don't come up here. Don't disturb me.
Oh, hey, what about that dinner we're gonna have?
And then shut
No.
off my comm.
All right. In about, say about 20 minutes pass, and you hear rustling coming from the astrogation computer hole. You peer toward the hole, and a pair of glowing golden eyes appear.
I'll wait till it comes out in view and takes the bait.
A face very slowly shows. It's feline in shape, about the size of a small, I wouldn't say a dog so much as, have you ever seen, do you remember the Nexu from Attack of the Clones? It was the feline creature.
Yeah, really wide mouth.
Right. You get a lot of features that look like that, except it's smaller. The size of an average. It's a really chubby too.
He's been eating well.
It creeps out very slowly, sticks its head the rest of the way out, sniffs at the meat, and then it makes that sound.
Oh! Oh! Kill it quickly. Oh!
And then I shoot it with my stun.
Stun.
Roll.
Set phasers to stun.
Stunning.
Player. Oh, now he hits. And miraculously good.
At this range, I just need to not roll a 1.
Roll your damage.
The stunning begins. Plenty. Surely.
Creature makes a muffled and falls back inside the hole.
Oh, god dang it.
Grab it.
Let's see. Give me a. Oh no. You try to reach into the hole and find that your hand doesn't reach far enough to get it. You can feel the fur of its face. It isn't moving. It doesn't strike back. So you know that it's stunned, but it's just out of your reach to grab it.
Bugger.
First thing, I fire another stun shot down that hole to make sure it stays.
Just making damn sure. For all you know, you could probably restart it. It's like adrenaline shots apparently now courses through its veins and just claws at your hand viciously.
And then I'll get on my comm and be like, okay, I got this thing stunned down in a hole. I'm going to need a stick or something to reach down and grab it. 'cause I can't reach
A pair of tongs. Just
Yeah.
a click.
it. A droid with a pincher.
No droids here.
Or maybe a tick with a toolkit.
Or a tech with a toolkit. Or
A tick with a tech kick.
Send
Alright,
in
let's
the-
all head up to the deck. To the bridge.
send in
Sounds
the
like a
cog-
plan.
Send the coghead.
Okay. You get in there to find Finrak bent over the astrogation computer hole.
Vron is tempted to give the backside a kick. It's like, whee! Down the hole you go.
It's not
From
bad.
above, you hear the flapping of wings.
Oh, for the love of... I told you, bloody Minox! Ah!
See it.
I heard the little shit.
You give me a perception roll. Whoever wants to look up for it.
Me. I'm gonna find the bloody Minoc.
Fenrak is at the point now where if he sees anything, he's just going to shoot it. So if I catch a shot of a wing, I'm going to just whatever. Any little glimpse of anything moving, I'm just gonna shoot at it. Because he wants to get one of these things captured, whatever it is.
You all look up, and in the shadows of the roof, you see the retreating form of something with wings. It disappears into another hole.
God damn
Fenrak
it.
snaps a shot off at it, but doesn't catch it.
I would have at least shot even to illuminate it. But, yeah, I would have shot. Because Fenrak's going to shoot no matter what.
So what about that thing down the hole? Let's get it out of there.
Oh,
I
that
pull
I'll-
out my handy dandy hydro spanner and put the extension on it and pass it over to Fenrak.
Fenrak will attempt to fish it out of there.
Okay, dex check.
Hmm.
13's good enough. It's a little heavier than you would have expected for something of its size. When you pull it out, and it looks like a cat. Yeah, of course, it's completely unconscious, but it is a cat.
How adjustable are stun cuffs?
You can't fit stun cuffs onto a cat.
It doesn't work like
Wait.
this.
Spacer tape.
Space your tape.
Okay.
I'm just going to take its legs, and I'm going to hog tie it to whatever I can, piece of rebar, whatever. Just
No, just hog tie them. Sarah's going to carry the cat.
okay. I'm going
Wait
to,
until he wakes up. Ooh, snap.
and then I'm going to go out on, or I'm going to have somebody who knows computers better than me. So can you go out on the HoloNet and find out what the hell this thing is, and how do we catch them? What what kind of trap do you use? What bait do we need? How do we get rid of the damn things? But we need to
Okay.
find somebody to identify, or I guess maybe somebody on the station might know and be able to identify it too.
Gideon accesses the HoloNet, and it comes back that the thing that you've caught is a Tosh cat. She has a tag around her neck.
Arr? Wait,
You bend,
it's domesticated?
you bend down and look at it, and it reads Mrs. Bibbles.
Oh, what?
Does it have an address or a communications ID?
Nope.
I get on the comms and I radio the landing control and I say, hey, do you guys know about anybody missing a cat, Mrs. Bibbles?
No missing cats.
Oh,
Do you know where I could ask about such a thing?
do we have a lot? Do we have a?
No one's missing a cat.
Sorry about the goofy question, guys.
Sarah announces that we have a new ship's mascot. Mrs. Bibbles.
Let's see if this one crashes as well.
We're not going to let the mascot fly the ship.
No, no.
It's going to be the mascot.
We could stick it on the front of the ship.
It could make a fancy hat.
So after a few minutes, Mrs. Bibbles wakes.
Oh no.
Sarah
acts
is
like-
holding Mrs. Bibbles, which is also hogtied, and he's stroking her gently.
What did
Starting
you-
at the
Okay. Well, she's purring and struggling against the tape.
Mm,
She doesn't seem to realize that she had been stunned.
Sarah undoes the tape.
She walks around the bridge, hops into the captain's chair, then sits, paws underneath her chin, looking at you. She has a kind of a spotted gray and white coat. She's a chubby gray and white cat with a lot of teeth. She's not making any aggressive moves, no growling, just sitting.
Do we have any of that spare meat that was going to be used as bait? Do we have more of it?
A pile on the floor, just right there. Like I just said, if there's bait, you can just pick it up.
Awesome. I pick up the bait and give it to her where she's sitting. Offer it.
She eats the meat, and it's kind of scary when she opens her mouth and sees so many teeth.
Awesome.
Basically, you kind of she opens her mouth and you get the impression like she has way too many teeth for that jaw.
Mm-hmm.
Like, no, I don't want to stick my hand in that. Ah.
You hear scuttling coming from the hole, and Mrs. Bibbles jumps out of the chair and dives straight for that hole.
Oh, she's trying to hunt these rats or whatever it's scuttling around the ship.
So you hear struggling going on and clattering, and the lights go on and off, and the sensor panel freaks out. The whole time you're hearing...
Holy crap!
Can someone man the sensor panel?
We have a new sensor kit. Let's stick that in. Holy shit.
I'll get over there and take a crack at the sensor panel, getting that up and running. Figure out what's going on.
Let's get rid of the information first.
Let's
wait.
get rid of what?
Hey, wait. Let's wait and see if it brings back whatever it killed, like good cats do. And maybe we can identify what the rodents are.
Can anyone get down that hole?
No.
Okay.
You can fit an arm down in there. You can retrofit it to fit as a droid socket.
Ooh.
But as far as your arm goes, it can only go up to about the elbow.
Okay.
And that, gentlemen, is where we're going to end the session for the night.
Okay, fair enough.
A quick little side trek here. Cutscene. All you see is a shadowy form digging through the guts of the Acheron. It's chasing smaller ones. It starts to pounce, catches itself on a piece of hull, and falls to the side. The smaller forms run away quickly and scurry off. She stands up, she shakes herself off, makes that god-awful meow again, and acts as if nothing happened.
Like, oh bugger, I didn't catch it. Oh well.
All right.